Hi, I'm Samantha Howden. I'm currently a junior in LSA studying economics with a minor in quantitative methods in the social sciences, and I'm also on the sales track through Ross.
Hi, I'm Thomas Galagarza. I'm a junior in LSA studying philosophy, politics, and economics, and minoring in business.
Hi, my name is Aaliyah. I'm majoring in biomolecular science and doing a minor in business administration at Ross, and I'm on the pre-dental track.
I think one of the biggest challenges as a student, especially at University of Michigan, is how do you take advantage of all these different opportunities, but also have the time to do everything you want to do and have time to have balance and everything like that. So the LC program really stood out because you can sort of create your own, it's like a choose your own adventure through your own leadership journey alongside other people with that cohort. I think the cohort piece was especially important.
I have to agree with this notion of trying new things. When I was making my own path, essentially, I was looking at all the different ways that you could meet the requirements, and some of these programs and opportunities I didn't even know about in the first place. But realizing that and sort of creating my own journey there, I started to learn about all these new opportunities, and it was really nice to go to new places on campus while developing and reflecting on those experiences to see what I learned about.
I think that for me, a really impactful experience was taking the Foundations in Leadership course. I feel like it was really great for two reasons. One, because I got to meet so many students from different academic backgrounds, different social identities, and we came together to do a research project that really was able to impact the campus community. And I think that this experience was especially unique because my other classes weren't like this. They weren't as group-based, as action-oriented, and it was really great to be able to apply what I was learning with leadership coaching and at Camp Leadership to this class.
I think for me, I talked a little bit about the cohort before, but I think it really is very powerful to be on this somewhat individual journey with other people, sort of on that same path of you, navigating, not just career, but also how do you want to show up in the world and what kind of legacy do you want to leave. And so through a lot of the cohort activities, I've been able to keep in touch with a lot of those people, especially our cohort dinners and the orientation at the beginning of every year. And some of those people that I met there are now alum. And so some of them, when they came back on campus for, let's say, like the graduation or the alumni panel, it was really cool to have that connection with them still and see how they've been able to take everything that they've learned from the BLI and MLEAD and the program to that third step in what the BLI calls their Learn, Lead, Lead model, and seeing what they're really doing out in the real world.
I think one of the strengths of the LC cohort is that there's students from so many different schools, academic backgrounds, just different ways of life, and to be able to learn with them and learn from them was especially impactful. I think in general, the LC cohort and BLI programs, it was really nice to have a space on campus to be able to come and share what I've been learning, what other people have been learning. And I really found it to be a really impactful community to be able to lean on through my time on campus.
Yeah, I think to your point about so many people from the LC coming from all different backgrounds across campus, one kind of bonus that I've experienced from the LC program is when I go to other leadership workshops on campus, they might be in completely different schools from what I'm used to attending and engaging with, I'll find other LC cohort members there. And so it's really powerful to also notice and recognize that these folks who are interested and in the LC program are also interested in some of the same topics I'm interested in for different applications. And so again, going back to learning from other people's perspectives, you really get a sense of how broad, not just how broad your idea of leadership can be, but how broad your network can
be. I will reiterate that so many of the things that make progress towards the LC requirements are things that you're already engaged in on campus. a lot of students are going to be doing work or extracurriculars or participating in any one of the requirements for learning about leadership or developing those competencies already. And it's great to just have that opportunity to put it all into one place.
I think that the LC program has provided me with a lot of resources to be able to cultivate my leadership skills and be able to apply them in the future with my personal and professional goals. I think to be able to have access to leadership coaching, really great training programs through the BLI and MLEAD, I think that has been super helpful, and it has just been a very collaborative way to build my leadership skills, where I was also receiving feedback and guidance along the way.
Infinite.
Catalyst.
Influential.